So now let us use apply into a data frame. So let us use this built-in data frame and say, so now let's say we want to find the median of each column, right? So we're going to specify 2 and specify that we are looking for the median. Remember, we have to set this to be equals to true. And let's run this. So we can observe that this command has returned the median of each column, right? We can also have another data set, which is iris data set, right? Okay, so this is the data set. So now let's try to apply the same procedure on finding the median of each column, but now we are using a different data set, right? And this date, say, insert this to true. Aha! This time the output has returned missing values along with a number of warning messages. But why is this the case? Right. Remember that when we apply functions over dimensions of single mode structures, say for example matrices and arrays, we know that the mode of that data that is being passed to the function, right? Each time it is called, the function is called, say for example we have a numeric matrix. We know that each column will be numeric. But in this case, we have a data frame, right? And data frame is multi-mode. So each column may or may not be of the same mode as in our example, right? So in our example, we have the first 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first 4 columns being numeric and the last column being a character, right? So this one, when we reach the 5th column, so this column is not a numeric column, right? So when the data is structured into a single mode object, the resulting data is no longer numeric, right? So that is why we are getting an error. Remember that when we call apply, R will first break the data and store it in a single mode structure, right? But in this case, this is not a suitable input to the function, right? So how can we deal with this? Okay, so if you notice here is that if you say apply, right, if you say apply and pass in this data set, right, and say find the class, right? So in this case, when we're using apply with data frames, we might also want to take care of our data, right, to make sure it is adequately combined into a single mode. Okay, so in this case, we want to find, so in our case, we are going to use square brackets, say return all the rows and omit the 5th row. That is the 5th row that is giving us the problem. We are finding the, our margin is the columns, and we want the median, and I'm going to set this to true. Let's try to run this. We observed that it has calculated the median for all numeric columns.